Welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast, starring me, Storytime with Rikkii.
And me, Reality Ashley. I almost said Storytime with Ashley. Now I'm just taking your names. We're combining.
We are one. We are meshing together. How was your weekend? What'd you do? Ashley moved this weekend.
I did move this weekend. Well, technically we finished it all on Friday. Mm-hmm. So we were good. We were all in. Everything was fine. Then we had like a little flooding situation last night, which was not good. So I'm in my new podcast room here, but it's the carpet's a little wet, but we're still making it work. So
gotta do what you gotta do. She said flooding could have stopped me from recording this podcast.
No, nothing is stopping. Thankfully it was easy fixed. There was apparently the plumbers left like a test plug in the pipe, so it looked just a little water backup, but it's all better now, so we're good to go.
Oh, nice.
And my husband decided to throw away my hairspray because he thought it was empty, so I don't know why. He goes, they're trying to be helpful, but
it's never
really
empty.
Not helpful.
The bottle's never empty. Like, you can get a lot of good stuff out of that.
They don't understand at all, so. But besides that, good weekend. So I'm excited to be in the new place and have my own little studio here. So it needs a little work. It's kind of plain right now. It needs some of those like wood panels and some plants maybe. So maybe one of those neon signs. So
that'll be cute. That Reality Receipts neon sign. That'll be really cute.
We'll have to get you one too.
So we match. Me and my girlfriends actually did a Happy New Year redo. Because January sucked. So we did the bingo. Have you seen those? They're trending on TikTok, like the bingo vision boards.
I missed it.
Yeah, they're like bingo vision boards. So you like put something in each square and then
that's cool.
Yeah, and then you fill it out as the year goes on. So that was like
I agree. We need to start the new year now. Like January, no good. We need to do a redo. So
so February 1st. Woo! Happy New
Year. Let's start over.
Let's start over. So we got some good stuff for you guys today. We have the Grammys, we have Real Housewives of New York, The Bachelor, we got some Wags to Riches, and then of course we got some special Love is Blind tea at the end of the episode for you. So
I can't believe we can say now that it premieres next week because it's next Friday. So we're getting closer.
It's just coming so fast. February's already over.
Did you watch the Grammys?
I did not.
No.
I just watched what was on TikTok, like the highlights, like the recaps, the Doechii, Beyonce, Kendrick. I watched all of that. So woo! Happy Black History Month.
That was so awesome. Doechii winning, only the third woman to win the Best Rap Album, which is really, it's not cool that there's only been 3, but cool for her. So
really cool for her. I actually did a deep dive on her last night because I wasn't familiar with her. And she blew up on TikTok. I didn't know that's how she got. Yeah, she got her song was trending. Well, that's what her Wikipedia said was that that's where she kind of got her big start. So I was like,
that seems to happen so much these days. Yeah, I know TikTok helps everybody.
Changing lives. Don't take it away. Don't take it away. And there was some drama. A lot of people were upset that Beyonce won, country album of the year, which
I know.
I was like, I don't get the album's country.
I love Beyonce. I don't like country. So for me, even though it was Beyonce, that was still not enough to get me into the album. But I love all of her previous albums and I love Beyonce. So I know people really liked that album. So I don't know.
Yeah. And it was very country. It was, it was country. I'm not a country music fan, so I couldn't get into it. But again, like you said, I love Beyonce. I'll support anything she does. I will probably be at the tour because my sister loves her, and she's going to be in LA, actually my birthday weekend. So I'm like, it's a sign.
So exciting. Yeah, you got to go.
That's fine. I have to go. So we had Doechii, Beyonce, Kendrick won, and I'm from LA, guys, so he put on for the city, so that was really exciting.
Are you going to go to that show too? He's coming to LA too.
You know what? The tickets are very, very expensive. So if anyone wants to take me on a hot date, I'll go. But
putting it out there now.
If everyone wants to take me on a hot date to the Kendrick concert, let's go. But will I be buying tickets? Probably not. So.
No, I spent my ticket budget on the Eras tour last year, so I'm set for a couple of years now.
Yes, you guys, Ashley's a Swiftie. Ashley is a Swiftie.
I am. And even though I'm a Swiftie, I was still happy to see Beyonce win. I think she deserved it. So,
absolutely.
And I think Taylor was happy for her too. So.
Yeah, and Taylor presented the award, right? Like, I thought that was really cool. That was like a full circle moment.
It was, I know. And oh my gosh, her daughter, Blue, is so grown up now. I'm like, I remember when Beyonce did the announcement, it feels like yesterday, and now she's like a full-grown teenager. So
yeah, I mean, she's so beautiful. She looks like both. Like, she looks like the perfect combination of both Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, it's wild. Like, I've never seen someone look more like both parents. Like,
it's like 50-50 split right down the middle.
Split right down the middle. But yeah, I was super excited for Beyonce.
You went to the Renaissance tour, right?
I did. Renaissance.
I love that album. I should have gone to that show, but I missed that one. So.
Yeah, that one was really
Blue.
Good.
She was in it, right?
Yeah, she was like a dancer. She did really well, you know. So it was. Maybe
awesome.
she'll be a dancer on this tour too. I'm sure. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, I think even though I'm not a country fan, I might have to check it out. We'll see.
Because she's just a great performer, and I'm sure she'll do
an amazing show.
Yeah, it'll be a great show. Yeah. So I'm sure I'm gonna go to that one too, because like I said, my sister loves her. It's my birthday weekend. See, look, Ashley's a Swiftie. I'm Beehive. Like, we get along.
We got best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds, because I'm not a Swiftie. Actually, I've never seen Taylor Swift live. Ever, actually.
What? I've only seen her once, so I don't know why I'm acting surprised. But
okay. Yeah, I haven't
just the one time.
I haven't seen her. So you have some Bravo?
Yes, I know.
You have some.
I think you said you watched the Orange County one, though, didn't you? Or no, that wasn't the one.
No, I've watched Potomac, and I've watched the one with Nene, but like I'm not like a avid Real Housewives
Bravo girly.
Yeah, the only Bravo show was Vanderpump. That was
that's Bravo. Yeah.
I was like, that's Bravo. Right? Was Vanderpump and now the Valley. But tell me what's going on.
Yes, the Valley, so good. Well, so the longest running Housewives, which is the Orange County one, they're just started filming season 19. So next year will be the 20th season, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. So there was a girl that was on season 4 to 8. Her name's Gretchen. And she has a husband. Well, actually, they're just engaged, but his name is Slade. And so he used to date a different housewife. So he was like the original like housewife hopper. There's a few of them now, but yes, so there's a few of them that make the rounds. So they just announced they're bringing her back for season 19. So that's going to be interesting because Tamra, that's one of the main housewives. She's not really ever gotten along with Gretchen, so that's going to be like a little bit of drama. So stay tuned. We will hopefully get some behind the scenes filming tea because it should be pretty explosive. So they just started now. So last year they filmed same time and then it aired in July. So hopefully it'll be another quick turnaround. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll watch that.
I was going to say,
you know, I like me some tea.
Yes. They've been trying. They brought back another previous housewife last season, Alexis Bellino. That did not go well. She was engaged, or she is engaged now, to someone that used to date another one of the housewives. So he's also a housewives hopper. And that didn't go well. So now they're trying it again with another one. So I think a lot of people hope that season 20, they might just bring back like the whole original cast. So they're like testing it out a little. So yes, we'll get you watching that one for sure.
Okay.
And then, so wait, you've never watched The Real Housewives of New York?
No.
That one's my favorite. So the older seasons. So we got a lot of stuff for you to watch. But so they totally recast it in season 15. So they just started with a whole fresh cast, fired all the other ones. Hasn't been going well. They've not been like resonating with people. They just don't really have like the chemistry the way that the old cast did, and sort of I think everyone's just so aware now of the cameras and the behind the scenes stuff and the social media, so they're really like editing themselves, and like the storylines have been like pranks and silly stuff like that, like not the real drama. So
nobody wants
that. No. So they just put out a casting call, so we don't know if they're recasting the whole thing or if they're just adding in a few more people. So They also usually start filming in about March, so we'll probably have some casting information, but we'll get you watching that one too. So.
Okay, because does that do well, like when they recast everyone? Because that's what I was saying. Didn't they did that with Vanderpump? Like the next season's going to be all new cast, and I'm like, I'm not watching that. Like I don't care about these people. Like
No, this Roni, the New York one. This is the first time they did the recast, and it's not going well. And it's hard because I'm sure. If they were just like a brand new city and it had nothing to do with the old cast, people might have embraced it more, but they're constantly getting compared to the old cast, so they didn't really get a fair chance. And also, it hasn't been the best either, but it's like people just, it makes them miss the old cast. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Vanderpump because same thing. They're just going to get compared to the old cast constantly. So I don't know if they maybe should have just started a new show, but then it's harder when you're starting completely from scratch to build it back up again. So we'll see. It would have been nice if they do like half and half. That's what I wanted them to do, like bring in some new girls, but keep a few of the old ones so we have that familiarity. So, but
I think that
new, so.
I don't think that I don't see that doing well. I think what made Vanderpump so great was that like everybody like watched them go from like servers to like homeowners to business owners, and so it's like to see this whole new cast go back to like being servers at like we don't want to see that. Like I don't want to see that. Like no. And I thought like because I think the spinoff of like the Valley was great. Like and I feel like everybody's just gonna like maybe transition over there because that's basically Vanderpump, but you have a couple new characters. You know.
Yeah, that show has been really good. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean. Yeah, it could go well. It just people just have to, I think, keep an open mind and not compare it to the last one. And they also take time. Like for Vanderpump, it takes even the original. It takes a few years for people to really for it to catch on. So hopefully they get some time to like work out the bugs. But bringing back a few old cast probably would have helped the situation. But
for sure,
I think there's going to be a few on the Valley, so we'll still see some of them. So.
Yeah, I guess. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it. but to be honest, they lost me this last season too. Like, you know, like I didn't really watch all of the season because I did want to see Rachael come back. Like I feel like that drama is like what set people up for the season to see her not come back was like I wanted to see drama. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, y'all gonna fight? No, just like.
I know it was weird that the angle they took was like, okay, let's just bring Sandoval back and be friends with him again. It wasn't very true, like accurate. Like it just it would have made more sense. To just maybe do something separate with the girls and the boys. But them all being a friend group together. I don't think anyone wanted to see that or believed it, so it didn't make any sense. They tried, but
they need, unfortunately they needed her for that last season. Like, pay the girl whatever she wants because it's gonna bring the I need to see her and Ariana fight. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, or have them talk it out or whatever. Like, I need to see them interact with each other. Like, that's what I would have wanted to see. So
I know it's so hard because it's like in real life you understand why Ariana would not want to see those people ever again. But then
for sure
for the show you're like, okay, well. We want to see like a resolution or something. So they were just left in a really bad position because it's a reality show. So you want it to be real. So the real would be I'm never seeing those people again. So
that's true.
They were it was just.
And she doesn't really need to see them anymore, to be honest. Like a lot of them make a bulk of their money, let's be real, from the show. And it's like Ariana blew up. She's like hosting, doing all kind of stuff. So she doesn't really need them anymore. So
we get to see her on Love Island USA. So
is she hosting? Is she doing Love Island USA again this
year? I'm trying. I believe they did say last year that she is. So I don't see how she couldn't. She did so.
She did
so
really
great
well
at that. So yeah.
Did you see like Serena and Cordell were like at the Grammys?
No, I didn't.
They were at the Grammys.
I saw Janae on the red carpet, and she had this like red dress on. Did you see that one?
See, I didn't even. So assume that all of PPG was at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Because I did see that Serena and Cordell were there, and I'm sure if we look, Leah and Miguel were there as well.
Yeah.
But that's insane. I feel like no cast has been able to do what PPG has done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's gotten the fame and the notoriety that PPG, like, Serena, like, just signed with, like, CAA, which is, like, one of the biggest talent agencies.
Yeah,
like,
that's amazing.
Like, out here in LA, like, or I think it's global, but it's like, it's like, she signed, she's got all these brand deals. Like, I don't think anybody from Love Island has been able to capitalize the way that they have.
Yeah, like before they even left the villa or the show, they had millions of followers, which is amazing. But they were just so authentic and real. Like, you really just felt like everything they did on the island was honest. And people really fell in love with them, because lately it's so, you can tell that people are kind of there for the fame and the brand deals. And even if that was what they originally went on for, they really, you know, we saw them have all these, like, love stories and the friendship, and it felt really real. So
because I recapped Love Island USA season 5. I think I don't typically do Love Island. I think USA, I think that one was my first time doing USA, and it's just like when I go back and watch my videos, it's like my opinions on Serena in the beginning was like, people didn't really like her, you know, because they felt like she was playing Cordell, and then it was like, then people hated Cordell because he came back with teaaa, and then it was like everybody was like, go Serena, because she was standing on business, and then we just ended up loving them together. And then it's like, even Janae and Kenny. It was such a roller coaster. Like, Janae and Kenny, I remember when I go back and look at my videos, I did not believe their love story. I was like, nah, like, he's playing her. He don't really like her. Like, that's, and then it's like, to see where they're at now, it's like, okay, like, I'm totally open to being wrong. So it's like, but it's just kind of crazy how things were portrayed. Even like, I think in one of my videos I said, oh, like, Janae and Leah seem like frenemies. It's like, now they're the best of friends. So it's really crazy what they were able to do. I wonder if they're gonna do, like, would you want to see like because I know I see in the comments a lot, like, let's do a reality TV show with just PPG and like their booze, like something else, or do you think that would like kill it?
I mean, I think we would all love to see more from them, so I think it would do well. It might not be quite as big of a hit as Love Island USA was with them on it, but I still think, like, I think people really love them, and I think people want to see more from them. So I could totally see that happening. I'm like, obviously would love to see them back on Love Island USA, but not, because that would mean they're not together anymore. So hopefully they don't end up back on it. But I wonder if they'll bring anyone back, because they usually do bring like a few back. So
but obviously the single people they bring back to like not help them find love again.
Probably
but everybody from
Rob
PPG
again then.
No, I don't think they'd bring him back for a third time. Like, that would kind of be.
I was going to say I hope not, but I mean, he was entertaining in the overalls and everything.
He was entertaining, and I think Rob is hot. Like, I know people were like icked out by him, and I think that people just loved Leah so much that they wanted to hate Rob. But I honestly, call me problematic or not, I didn't understand what Rob was doing that was so bad or so wrong that people were so upset with him. I was just like, okay, like, he's just trying to find his one. Like, I
think the main, like, what made most people turn against him, or not really against him, but kind of question him, was when Leah was upset, and then he had kind of switched it to him being upset, even though he was the one that was like ditching her. So I think that felt even though he probably did feel really bad about it, he did kind of turn it all onto like himself, which some people saw as like manipulative. But
again, we probably missed a lot. We probably missed a lot in that.
It all worked out. So
but I think if they had to bring someone back, I don't know. I don't even remember who was on the season, which is so crazy. They're not bringing Aaron back. People did not like him.
Maybe Kayla
or Liv.
Kendall. Yeah.
Maybe Kendall. Yeah. Or Liv. Or, yeah. But they're all like really capitalizing on their moment, which is amazing. Like, nobody's.
Whoever did the casting needs to cast this next coming season, because they did really, really good job. So.
Yeah. Stars, like straight up stars. That's crazy. Okay, so you had some Bachelor tea that you wanted. I'm not a Bachelor watcher. I need to get with it, with the Real Housewives and the Bachelor. But
this was like the biggest Bachelor story last week. Okay. So I love that you haven't heard this yet, so I can get your live reaction. Okay, so there's this couple, Matt James. He was the Bachelor. His final pick was Rachael Kirkconnell. Okay. He didn't propose at the end, which obviously was like not very common. It doesn't happen very much, but they were still together for 4 years since then. They were doing great, and all of a sudden, like, he made this post and said that they were breaking up, and it just like came out of nowhere. They had just been on a trip together, so everybody was like, what is happening? This is so weird. And so she didn't speak out about it. He didn't speak out about it. This was like early January, maybe like 2 weeks into January.
I just know he did something trifling. Go on. I just know.
You can see where this is headed.
I just know he did some trifling. Come on, give it to me.
So they're like food bloggers, or I don't know if we say bloggers anymore, food TikTokers. They make videos, food content. They go to restaurants and eat stuff, and it looks like an amazing job, but... So I guess they were in Tokyo, and she was trying to like pick a restaurant for them to do their content at, and she wasn't happy with what she picked, or was worried that he wasn't happy. So they had she cried, and they had a fight about it, and he wasn't very comforting. And then she said that just kind of like opened the can of worms. So they ended up having a big conversation, and then they decided to break up. And so it had been 4 years that they're together. That's a long time. They talked about marriage, kids, all that. Everyone thought an engagement was coming. And so she was heading back home a day before him. He was staying for another day. So that was their last convo before she headed to the airport. Like, okay, you'll find someone else, and you're a great girl, and we're broken up. And so her phone doesn't connect to Wi-Fi on planes, and he knows that. So she gets no Wi-Fi on the plane. So as she's about to take off and lose her service, she gets a text from friends being like, what is going on? So he posted that Instagram post saying they were broken up as her plane is taking off on a 12-hour flight. So she didn't even get a chance to tell her friends, her family. They all saw his Instagram, and then 12 hours sitting there looking at a plane seat, knowing that the whole world knows before she could tell anyone. So yeah, he is trifling for sure.
He's trifling. But also, we're ending a 4-year relationship over what? Over not being happy about the restaurant that I picked, and
she said
you cheating. No, I'm just playing. Who is she? What is her name? Okay.
Well, people were thinking, because he had that one night in Tokyo after she left, so people were thinking he wanted to get that post out there so he could go out on the streets and do whatever he wanted without people saying, oh, you're cheating. So that's kind of what it was giving. I need to announce this breakup so I can go do what I want. So he's dealing with the consequences, because he had over 1 million followers, and now he's down to 950. So he's lost 60, 70,000 followers. So people are not happy with him.
Oh wow! So it's a real breakup. They're for real done over that.
Over that, yeah.
Over
I guess
restaurant.
Like she said, the restaurant started the fight, but then he was kind of I don't see you as my wife. I don't see you having the qualities. It's okay, you couldn't have said that 2 years ago.
Just wasted my time. Ooh.
Yes. So, and I mean, everyone has the right to decide a relationship isn't right for them, but maybe
decide sooner. Decide sooner. Decide after a year or two. 4 years? Oh my God.
I know. It's very sad.
How old are they?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I would say he's probably around 30 and she's a bit younger, but I could be wrong. I think she's probably 27, 28, but
okay. So even not proposing at the end of the Bachelor, that's concerning. This is what this is for. This is what
you're there to get married. So you found the person. So she probably, I mean, it's not her fault, but she should have taken that as a sign of okay,
that's the first
if
red
he doesn't
flag.
want to marry me now, people could change their mind, but yeah, I don't think I would have given him 4 years, but
yeah, it's like the season's supposed to end in an engagement, and you already breaking rules, you already doing stuff you're not supposed to do, and now here we are 4 years later, and you're gonna play in my face. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut you. Oh my god, I'm gonna cut you. Oh my god.
And just like the Instagram post is just brutal. Like how, you know, that's something that they should have. I'm sure she thought originally getting on the plane, like, we'll probably talk about this. Maybe we'll not get back together, but maybe we will. Like, you wouldn't think you're going to decide 4 years in like 2 minutes like that. So
yeah, or like put out a joint statement or something like that. Like,
or like let her like call a friend or a family member first, like something. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely giving you had something else going on and you wanted to get it out there that you were single. Like, see, I told you we broke up. Like, look, I told everybody we broke up. Now come here, let me come to my hotel or something. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the Bachelor tea of the week. So.
Okay, Bachelor tea of the week. Okay, what's their name so I can look up this trifling man?
His name is Matt James. If you find a page that's full of a man just eating food in every video, that's the right one. So
I'm about to just go comment trifling. No, you ain't right. No, just
I saw someone post that he's been blocking everybody that says anything negative. So I don't know what's true. You can test it for us.
I'm blocked by enough people.
Yeah, we need to do an episode one day on people that have blocked us, so that we can give out the
Love is Blind cast members that
it's actually not that many. There's only a handful, but we'll get into that one day.
I think it's a handful, but then there's also like a handful that actually follow me, that still follow me, and that surprised me because I'm like, oh man, like I roasted you, like I roasted you bad, and like here
they're
you are.
Keeping an eye on you. They're like, we need. Yeah, they need to see what you're saying. So
that's so funny. And so do you watch that new Netflix show Wags to Riches?
I haven't yet, but I've been talking to people that say it's really good, so I need to get on that one. I heard it's good.
It is good. So I thought there were going to be more episodes, but they actually dropped like all of them. So I
like when they do that.
I like binged them all, and I was like waiting for like the new episodes, and I was like, oh wait, no, this is it. So I don't know if you're like a Basketball Wives fan, but it's like
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's like Wags. It's like Basketball Wives meets like Real Housewives. So it's like all of these. Good. Yeah. So a WAG is like wives and girlfriends of like professional athletes. Yes. They all come together. They're all realtors. You know how I feel about realtors. They're all realtors. All the women are realtors. They all work under Ocho Cinco's fiance, Sherelle. Her name is Sherelle. Oh, okay. And so she's like the broker, and they all work underneath her and sell like $1 million houses in Miami. But they all are married to like athletes, you know? Yeah. So I think there's a lot of what's going on now is like there's a lot of drama because it's like Mean Girls, like they're all grown, they're all like over 30, and they're like mean girling this one cast member. Her name is Stoney. She's actually like Rick Ross's baby mama. And they're like mean girling her, like exiling her from the group, and like so everybody is saying like Sherelle is a mean girl. I personally think she's a mean girl too, because it's like she's the reason she doesn't like this girl or doesn't want her around or doesn't want her in the group is so like petty, in my opinion. Like, so what happened is basically the woman's name is Stoney. She was with Rick Ross. Rick Ross and 50 Cent had like a beef a while back. Oh, okay. So 50 Cent, you know, he King Petty, he bought Stoney's sex tape and put it out there to the world, like to embarrass Rick Ross, right? Like, this is your baby mama's sex. It's her sex tape, and now the whole world can see her busting it open, right? So obviously she was like, that's been like following her around for years, and she actually sued 50 Cent and ended up winning a lot of money. So Sherelle's excuse for not liking her is like, oh, like your reputation, like she, like calling her, what was she calling? She was calling her like an escort or like a S worker, like, which I don't know how that equates, like having a tape that somebody else put out of you. Like you can't really control that. No. And then being like, and you got all this money, like you got more money than all of us got and you blew through it. So it's like, why are you worried about mops and mop pockets, okay? Like, why are you worried about what I'm doing with my stuff? You know what I mean? So it was really bizarre as to like why you don't like her. You won't let her in this group. So it was real mean girly. It was real catty. I'm like, they most likely did it for the show and like for ratings and to get people talking, but it really made people like side eye Sherelle, and that's what people are talking about right now. And another thing was that her and Ocho Cinco had like a prenuptial agreement conversation. Sherelle has like, she's got some money and she's got some coin, okay? So when they were sitting down for the prenup, she basically said that she wants $3 million a year from him on every year on their anniversary as like a alimony, like a pre-alimony. And then that she wants 1%. I guess he has a pretty successful podcast, so she wants 1% of all of his businesses. And when he asked her, and she wanted him to sign a $500,000 infidelity clause, which I didn't think that one was crazy because him be cheating. Him a cheater.
He needs that clause.
He needs that clause because him be cheating. That is what like what's so crazy is that is what like set him off. That's the one where he's like, nope, you're not ready to get married. Like, oh, I bet I'm not. But I do think the $3 million a year was like a ridiculous ask. And then when he in return asked for 1% of her real estate business, and she was like, no. So people were like, okay, well, you want to give, but you don't want, like, you want to take, but you don't want to give. So they actually ended up like pushing back the wedding. And then since filming wrapped, it was announced that they actually like, they split. Like they're no longer engaged. They're broken up. And now there's like, they're kind of like going back and forth, like on social media. They're kind of beefing with each other now. Like the recent update is like, he's like, you either, and he's kind of douchey. Like he's like, you see this, like you see this chocolate man, like she had all this, and it's like, oh God, no, no, thank you. You can keep that. And he's pretty much like, you have to give me this amount of money, or I'm taking all the kids, or like he's like kind of like, I'm like, take the kids. No, I'm just kidding. You can have them because he has like, I think he has like, I don't want to misspeak, but it's like 11 kids. I think 11. Like they have a hell of a lot. Like they have one together, but I think he has like the other ones from like a previous relationship. So they have some like drama going on between the two of them of like, and he's like, I'm getting married. Then. No, they're not. They're not getting married. So they've called off the wedding.
That's a lot of fighting before you even get to the wedding part.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, it's really interesting because the whole show, like they seemed cool. They seemed like a cute little couple. But now it's like, now they like when the show ended, they were still together. Like they were just like pushing back the wedding date. But now that the show is over, like recent news, like they split, like, and now it's like they're just going back and forth, like, well, I want this and I want this, and I, and it's like, we're not even together. Talk about you want a percentage. We're not even married. You're talking about you can either give me the kids, give me this, give me that. I'm take the kids. You can have all your 10 children. Just give me our one. So that's
that sounds like
Wags tea.
That sounds like a perfect show. It's got pettiness and called off weddings. That's all the things we want from a
athletes, beautiful women, like beautiful homes. Like it's juicy. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep watching.
I'll watch that one, and you can start on the Real Housewives, and then we'll reconvene. Yeah. So that's the Wags tea.
And then my man.
Did you see what your man has been up to?
Yes. So if you guys don't know, my man is a Freddie from Love is Blind UK. Just kidding. He's not really.
Not really.
Some people take things very literal and be like, oh my God, did you know that Rikkii girl's dating Freddie? No. I wish.
One day, let's manifest that headline. One day it'll happen.
Yeah, he was like hiking. I don't want to.
Mount Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On behalf of like Down syndrome, right?
Yeah, because of his brother. If you remember from the show, his brother has Down syndrome. So, he's off hiking, raising money for Down syndrome. So that's
what an angel!
Not surprising. Yes, it sounds just like something he would do. So
sounds just like him. Like he's like, honestly, his brother was like one of my favorite parts of the show. Like his relationship with his brother was just so adorable and so sweet. So he genuinely seems like a good person. So I'm curious to see what they do with him allegedly on the Perfect Match.
I know, right? They better not try to villainize him.
They better not villainize. It seems impossible to do. It seems impossible to do. Yeah. Okay.
He's good.
So what's next? Love is Blind cities. Yes. So you guys know how last week we told you that Love is Blind season 10 was allegedly going to be in Boston, right?
Yes. But they do film 2 at a time, which is something that we should have mentioned. So, they will film 2 at a time, and then they make the decision afterwards about which one's going to air in the spring and which one's going to air in the fall. So, technically, Boston could be 11, because they're going to film 10 and 11 at the same time, starting really soon. So, if you hear of another city, that's just the other city they're filming. So, Boston is coming, but we maybe should have said 10 or 11, but you never know. It depends on, they usually put the messy season in the fall and then the lovey season in the spring. So this one coming up, season 8, should be a good season. And then we're going to get a mess in the fall. So because if you look back, it really tracks, because 5 and 7 were not good. Not good for the love department. Good for the drama. But yes. And then 6 and 4 were our favorites in terms of like the love and the just a little more feel good. So
okay. So this should be a good season. Well, the trailer looked like it was filled with drama and
should be a little bit of both.
No love. It looked like it was all drama, actually. Which I'm here for, like, because realistically, like, we want to see both, but like nobody, like, when every season it happens, like the lovey-dovey couple, it's like, oh great, we have one, but we don't want to see you. Like, come on, next thing. Or let me speak for myself, because I'm a messy bee. Let me speak for myself.
I do like to see the love, but you're right. It's hard because there's not as much of those like funny or dramatic moments, but they do have those moments that make you really happy you watch, like with Freddie and his relationship with his brother and all those, like, there's always some, like, the cast members when they bring their parents on and their siblings, that's always really nice moments. So it's nice when they put a little bit of like feel good stuff in there. Not too much. But
not too much. Even though I fast forward through the feel good stuff, I'm like,
sorry. It's there. It's there if you ever feel like you need a happy moment, but maybe it's not the like focus of the show. So
exactly. And then
so season 1, Kenny, he had a baby. Or no, sorry, he's expecting a baby with his wife. So that's some exciting baby news. Obviously, they do not plan it this way, but you'll notice when a new season of Love is Blind is coming out, the previous cast members always have big announcements. So maybe they planned it a little bit. I don't know. But
and
there's usually babies and...
Who the hell is Kenny? Who the hell is Kenny?
I've started putting disclaimers when I share this stuff on my Instagram, because I always get the 100. Who's that? I don't know that. He was on season 1, so way back 5 years ago. And he was engaged to Kelly, and they didn't get married. You probably have no idea who I'm talking about.
Okay, no, I think I do, because I think, and maybe I'm wrong, this might be a completely different season, but like, were they like part of that couple that everybody was so sure they were going to get married, and then everybody was super shocked that she said no?
Yes, that was
They
them.
just seemed like the perfect little couple that it's like, we thought they were like our boring couple of the season. And it was like,
yes.
We were 100% sure they were going to get married and they didn't. I'll insert a little picture of Kenny.
Yes.
Because I don't even know who he is. Like,
yes,
I'm like, who?
We'll remind you.
yes, we'll remind you. Okay, well, that's exciting. Go, Kenny.
Yes, congratulations, Kenny.
Congratulations.
And stay tuned because over the next couple weeks, there will be tons of announcements from previous casts. So it's always a crazy time because we got all the new cast and all their tea, and then all the previous cast starts getting engaged or announcing a pregnancy or launching
divorce.
A podcast or divorce.
Or announcing their divorce. Yeah.
Speaking of that, someone sent me a photo that Ashley had posted, and she was wearing one of those Boys Lie hats, so that was ironic. But it's a clothing brand, and so when the whole scandal happened, Ariana was wearing a lot of Boys Lie, and we were all like, "You go, girl, that's amazing." And now I think Ashley, she's trying to Ariana herself. So we're like,
no, girl, it's a little late for that. It's a little late for that. It's a little late for that. But somebody had also... Oh, go ahead. No, I was just saying somebody also sent me like a video of her, like, I guess, on vacation, and she was like singing something along the same line, like Boys Lie or like Broke Boy or something like that, like something about him being a broke boy. So people were like, obviously sent it to me like, oh, like, obviously, like,
we should start wearing hats that say "We told you so" because we tried. We tried to warn her.
Try to warn you, girl. Now he's a liar. Now he's broke. Yeah. Remember we tried to say that and you were like, you guys did the internet? Who knows more, the internet or me? The internet, like, girl. Yeah,
that's the hat that she needs. The internet knows the most. So we'll get that for her.
You know what? That's actually so genius. Like, if she would just like make fun of herself like that, I think that would actually, can you imagine if she wore a hat that said the internet knows more than me? Like, people would laugh, people would eat that up, and people would buy it.
Yeah.
We just gave her a business idea. Yeah. we just gave her a business idea. And if she actually does come out with it, you guys heard it here first. So.
Yeah, it was our idea. Let's go trademark it. But
yeah, that would actually, I think people would like, okay, she's laughing at herself, you know?
Yeah, she kind of needs to do something because she went really hard against the single women out there saying that they were just jealous of
y'all
Tyler,
never been married and it shows. Like, girl, you've been married for 3 whole seconds. Please relax. Please calm down.
I am married and it shows because I got no hairspray. So
that's so funny. Oh my God. Okay. So somebody tagged me in a post that of Marshall from Love is Blind season. Did you see it? And it was like
4. He was 4.
Season 4, and it was like a Daily Mail, and I don't know if this is a trend going on, but it was like a Daily Mail headline that was like, oh, Love is Blind star set to be the new Bachelor, right?
Yeah.
And it was a joke. It was a joke because it said in the caption, dailymail.com/psych. But, you know, people don't read the caption. So many people sent it to me and thought it was real. So they're like, oh my God, Marshall's going to be the new Bachelor. And it's like, no, he actually just made up a fake headline about it.
Yes, he posted it about himself. I've seen a few people. I think there was one of the girls from Love Island posted one too or something.
Daniela.
So it's like a little cringe because we want to see the real headlines about them, not the made up ones. And I think a lot of people fell for it. But I don't know. Would you want to see Marshall as the Bachelor? To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense because he, you know, we all know he was engaged to, I can't remember her name, but she was a doctor or a nurse practitioner.
Che.
Che
Barnes.
Yeah. So he seemed like he had it all going for him. And then it's always strange when someone ends an engagement but then wants to go on a show to find love because it's like you had the love. So are you just doing the show for the show then? So
right.
Obviously, we don't know exactly what happened between them, but it it didn't sound like anything happened, like cheating or anything to end the relationship, besides like him wanting to live in LA and do the fame thing. So yeah, I don't know. It would be strange to go look for a fiance, because he had a fiance. So
yeah, he did have a fiance. And actually, I spoke to both Che and Marshall regarding their breakup, because he had given like a statement to, I think it was People, and it was very vague. It was a vague statement. But what I talked to both of them, and it wasn't anything like juicy. It wasn't anything like tea. It was just kind of like, yeah, like he moved to LA, like she didn't really see, she was at the height of her career working at a top hospital. She didn't really think it would be progressive for her to
LA thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be progressive for her to move to LA. And he moved, and they really, I think the distance and just, you know, not understanding why he moved may have been a big factor in the breakup. But yeah, nothing like dramatic happened to where it was like, but like you said, like, he seemed like a really good catch, you know?
Yeah. I think they're filming Bachelor in Paradise soon. They usually film that, well, not soon, I think like late spring. And so I don't know if people know, but allegedly Perfect Match has Bachelor cast on it. And so I wonder if they will also have Netflix cast on Bachelor in Paradise. So maybe Marshall's cousin, Justin Glaze, was on The Bachelorette. So maybe he'll go over there with his cousin. So I could see that more than The Bachelor, but who knows? They just started the Bachelor season, so it wouldn't be for another year anyway. So probably.
Yeah, Grant.
He's obviously putting it in the universe.
Well, I think he's putting it in the universe that he wants to be on another reality TV show, for sure. Yes.
And Grant is the Bachelor.
And him fine. Fine. I'm like, ooh, you is fine.
Yeah, we should have got you on his season. That would have been
should have got me on his season. I told you I did a casting for his season.
You did?
Yeah. I'm like, I actually did a casting. Y'all dropped the ball by not picking a bitch. I'm just kidding. Although I did see, because I saw a picture of the cast list. So I did actually see another like blonde curly haired girl. So I was like, oh, okay. They probably went with her instead.
Well, they're lost. So
your loss for sure.
If it is Marshall next time, maybe they can get you in on that one. So.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll pass. I'm okay.
Maybe we'll wait another year.
No offense to Marshall, because he's a good-looking guy, but he's a little young for me. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So, do you want to do some cast spoilers or?
Okay. Yes. Let's. Okay. So last episode, we told you guys that we did know who we told you guys that you guys could figure out from the trailer, the Love is Blind. We're back on Love is Blind season 8. The trailer dropped. They kind of give away everything in the trailer, but some of you guys are not as nosy as us and don't pick apart the trailer like us. But if you really look at the trailer, it is very obvious who your final cast is. You know, usually you get 5 or 6 or sometimes 4 couples that make it past the pods. And if you pay attention, you can tell who makes it past the pods. So last episode, we asked you guys, do you want us to tell you, or do you want to figure it out for yourself? We decided to let you figure it out for yourself. But we got a lot of comments that were like, just tell us. So if you do not want a spoiler of who is going to make final cast and who the couples are going to be, this is your warning to
turn off the last minute here.
Turn off the last minute of this podcast and get out of here, okay? Because we are about to tell you who the final couples are. We're not going to tell you marriage or nothing else. Even though you could tell this in the trailer.
Yes.
But we're going to tell you now because a few of you guys wanted to know. So the final cast is going to be Ben and Sarah. Yep. So if you've been keeping up with the TikTok drama, you know that this is the couple
we've been talking about them.
Yeah. Ben and Sarah are going to be final couple. So if you watch that TikToker who been talking about Ben and spilling tea about Ben, and she kind of revealed that Ben was running around town telling that he got engaged. It is factual. He does get engaged. And
she is going to be a part of the storyline. So I don't know if they're going to mention her name, but they are going to talk about her videos, and he's going to talk about her. So that will be interesting to see her response to that, because she's been very vocal. So I can't imagine she will not have a reply to that. So we'll stay tuned for that.
We'll
try.
We'll try, because we blocked. Yeah. But anyway,
she does not like us. So
she blocked me and Ashley. For what reason? I don't know. You know what?
We do.
We do know. I had a very strange encounter with her, you guys.
Yeah. Well, Rikkii made her video covering her video, and I think she sort of threw in there like, "Oh, come on our podcast," which she didn't really mean seriously, but I think she thought that we were making a little bit too much light of the situation. But like we said, we don't know the situation. She hasn't given any details. She hasn't talked to us. Rikkii tried to talk to her. She didn't want to talk about it. So we've gathered that she just wants to share the story herself. So we'll stay out of that part of it, and we'll keep you posted on whatever she says, but we won't attempt to talk to her. So
no, you guys, like it was a very strange interaction that I had with her. I was like, okay. She
so
like kind of went off on me. So it's good. It's cause very nice, by the way. We have Ben and Sarah. So she was correct about that. We have Virginia and Devin. So we do get a black couple. That is our one black couple, black love, happy Black History.
Love it.
Yes. And then so we have Joey and Monica.
Yeah. So Joey was at the reunion last season. The 3 people that showed up at the end, he was one of them. So
yes, and I will insert pictures. If you guys are watching a lot, I will insert pictures of these people, so you know. But if you're listening, you know, just go back and look at the pictures. So
yes, they're all over. We've got them on our pages. So
yes, Daniel and Taylor, and then Lauren and David. So those are going to be the
5 engaged couples. But like we said, they're doing a lot of pods. I think like up to 6 episodes. So we'll see lots of other people too. But those are just the final 5. So
I wonder if we're gonna get like if we're gonna get another like Brittany Leo moment. Like, remember how they were like so like they made it all the way up to they had a lot of.
I think we are. I think what I've heard is we're going to see a lot of people again, maybe not a lot, but a few people again that are just going to disappear, which is sad. But they might pick up their story on another show or somewhere else. So, but yeah, they're going to have that problem again where they show us a lot of someone that doesn't get engaged or they don't continue on with. So, I don't know who they are yet, but we'll see.
Okay. So Ben and Sarah, Virginia and Devin, Joey and Monica, Daniel and Taylor, Lauren and David. So that is your top 10. Those are your final couples.
That's your reality receipts of the week.
That's your reality receipts of the week. Do what you want with this information.
Yes.
But yeah, so we will see you guys next week, of course, unless there's some like piping hot tea that drops and we have
to stay tuned for the tea drops.
Stay tuned for the tea drops. Last week we had to, announce a special tea drop episode, so you never know when those are coming. So turn on your notifications. Give us a little 5-star rating.
Yes, please. And subscribe, like, ratings, whatever you can do.
Do all the things.
And we'll keep the tea coming.
We'll keep the tea coming because we're actually moving up. We're actually moving up on the TV and film podcast list.
Yeah. So, super exciting.
That's exciting.
Yes. So thanks again for the support. We appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. And we hope you guys have enjoyed the podcast so far. And we will see you next week. Okay.
See you next week. Bye.